voted for the impeachment ay naka-receive daw po ng maleta, ng pera.
So, kung may maleta, nasan yung maleta? Kung mayroong 20 million, nasan yung 20 million?
Hello po. Yung tanong ko premised on the fact na si VP Sara Duterte noon sabi niya gusto niya ng hearing sa Congress para ma-defend niya na hindi siya pumunta. And then sabi niya before na gusto niya rin ng bloodbath sa Senate pero hindi pa natin nakikita yon kung pupunta siya. Possible po bang mag-proceed yung trial without the Vice President attending or her legal team participating in the trial?
And under the Senate rules, even if the Vice President would opt not to attend, kahit hindi siya mag-attend, or kahit hindi siya mag-file ng answer, o kahit walang defense team na dumating, trial will still continue. Those instances will only be considered as an entry of a plea of not guilty. So ulitin natin, kahit hindi dumating ang Vice Presidente, kahit hindi siya mag-file ng answer, kahit hindi dumating yung defense lawyers nila, tutuloy pa rin ang trial. Ang magiging effect lang nitong instances na to, it will be considered as an entry of a plea of not guilty.
So yung mga judges po ang mag-enter parang po sa court proceedings, sila po ang mag-enter ng plea for the Vice President. Ganun po ba yun?
It is deemed an entry of not guilty, but the rule does not say that the senator judges will be the one to make that entry.
Ma'am, on that point, kung magtutuloy yung trial, kasi if I remember correctly, nung proceedings po natin sa House Committee on Justice, parang si Congressman Chuay nagsabi na, kaya naman nag-rule yung committee na may probable cause dahil wala naman prinesentang ebidensya yung defense to counter the evidence presented doon sa mga sa mga complaints. Should it happen na hindi mag-present hindi pumunta si VP Sara and her counsel, does this mean that the senator judges would have no basis to acquit her? Dahil hindi naman po nagpresenta ng ebidensya.
Well, it still depends on the appreciation and judgment of the senator judges, no? But of course, it is very hard to conceive how you will consider the defense of the respondent vice president if not a single evidence is being presented, no? Tama ka dun sa pangyayari sa Justice Committee, the threshold is very low. Probable cause lang, which is reasonable justification to be able to proceed to trial. Wala ni isang ebidensya ang naipresenta ng Vice President. As a matter of fact, she and her lawyers did not appear. So, all the evidence of the complainants appear as unrebutted, unquestioned, uncontroverted. And considering that the threshold is only probable cause, of course it is reasonable to anticipate that there will be a finding of probable cause. Now, with regards to the trial, if they will not be appearing, it will depend really on the appreciation and judgment of the senator judges if the evidence of the prosecution, considering the absence of the evidence of the defense, will be enough for them to render a judgment of conviction.
Pero is it safe to say that VP Sara would put herself at a disadvantage if she would not attend? Kasi ito na yung last chance niya to dispute or refute the evidence.
I believe that it will be disadvantageous for her if she will not be presenting her evidence because there's already evidence presented by the complainant and the same evidence will be presented before the impeachment court. If this evidence will continue to be unrebutted, uncontroverted, there is a possibility that the senator judges will be appreciating the evidence in favor of conviction. But of course, as I have said earlier, it will depend entirely on the appreciation and judgment of the senator judges.
So, ma'am, sorry, last question on my end. Is it possible, ibig sabihin po ba possible na ma-acquit pa rin si VP Sara despite the defense panel not presenting any evidence kasi it is up to the senator judges?
As far as we are concerned, the evidence of the prosecution is strong. Pero kung dadating yung sitwasyon na ebidensya lang ng prosecution ang malalatag at walang ebidensyang mailalatag ang defense, perhaps for the reason that they will not appear, that will be an exclusive judgment of the senator judges. But of course, the sovereign Filipino people will be watching. If there is no evidence from the defense and only the evidence of the prosecution are presented, yes, it is an exclusive judgment of the senator judges, but let us all be reminded that the sovereign Filipino people will be watching.
Thank you. Thank you, Gab. Red Mendoza from Manila Times.
Ma'am, I have 3 questions po, ma'am. Ma'am, I talked to two people, one from Mindanao and one from Luzon. And they said na they hated the impeachment possible vice president. They are not, ayaw nila na, hindi nila boses yung nangyari sa impeachment trial. Filipinos, some of the Filipinos that voted for you don't agree with what's happening with the impeachment trial. What's your thought po na hindi lahat ng mga bumoto sa inyo or lahat ng constituents ninyo ay pabor sa impeachment trial? And again, 32 million voted for the vice president. Are you scared of a pushback from the 32 million who supported the vice president? Notwithstanding na yung mga sinasabi ng mga ng voting doon sa House ay maraming Mindanaoan daw ang bumoto, which is equivalent daw doon sa population ng bumoto sa kanila. But that is not the case kasi some of the people I've talked to, they said hindi nila gusto yung nangyayari ngayon sa impeachment.
Alam mo kasi what you should remember, this is a constitutional duty. By duty, this is not our choice. This is obligatory on our part to push for this proceeding, no? This is not a question of gusto ba namin o ayaw namin. No. This is a duty and therefore we have no choice but to push forward.
If I may add,
Una ka, ma'am.
thank you. This duty is bigger than all of us. This duty is enshrined and mandated by no less than the Constitution and actually imposed by the Filipino people. So this is bigger than any one of us, and this is bigger and far more primordial than any personal or political concerns.
Kung may taga Iloilo na hindi pabor sa impeachment at hindi pabor na naging prosecutor ako sa impeachment na ito, paglilingkuran ko pa rin sila habang congressman nila ako. Magkasundo man kami o hindi sa impeachment na ito.
Next question na lang po. Kasi right now po, so far po yung mga observations po ng ilan sa ating mga kababayan sa social media is kayo daw po or most of the congressmen who received or who voted for the impeachment ay naka-receive daw po ng maleta, ng pera, or naka-receive daw po ng 20 million or any amount notwithstanding. These are the people that na sinasabi din yun po na some of them are trolls. Pero of course, hindi naman lahat sila, yun ang paniwala nila. Yun ang paniniwala nila. How can you combat yung ganitong paniniwala na hindi nyo sinisiraan yung kanilang political or political thinking na hindi kami nagkakatanggap ng ganitong pera, pero hindi kami nakatanggap ng ganitong pera. We did this because we believe in the case.
Una sa lahat, tingin ko hindi na dapat i-dignify yung question kasi it's basically an accusation without basis. Di ba, Red? So, kung may maleta, nasan yung maleta? Kung may 20 million, nasan yung 20 million? So, I don't think that deserves an actual comment from the panel of prosecutors today.
And my last question na lang po. Ano po ang end all and be all po nito? I mean, people, sinasabi na nga ng iba, dapat talunin na lang si Vice President Sara Duterte sa election. I mean, yun nga. I mean, dapat talunin na lang siya sa election kasi ang end all and be all nito is removal from office. She announced her role, or she announced that she will run in 2028 elections, in the 2028 elections. Marami ang nagsasabi na pag nawala si Vice President Sara, a more friendlier Vice President would be appointed. So ano po ang end all and be all nitong impeachment
And
trial
all
na to?
and be all of this impeachment process is accountability. We owe it to our people. We owe our being elected to our people. We have to show them that we follow the Constitution, that sila ang pinagsisilbihan natin at hindi tayo gumagawa ng pagtataksil sa bayan. So accountability po ang end all and be all nito.
One last follow-up. Pag ang constituent ninyo nagtanong na iboboto namin si VP Sara sa election, what are you going to do?
Parang si Boy Abunda.
This is what democratic country is all about. We're free to choose our leaders. But please understand, the 11 prosecutors, we are simply responding to a constitutional duty. As a matter of fact, with all due respect to our constituents, this is not a question of natutuwa ba sila o hindi. Gusto ba nila o hindi. This is a duty which we really have to face.
Thank you.
Matred, for today's last question, we will call on Isaiah Miraflores of Billionario. Isaiah?
Mirafuentes.
Mirafuentes, sorry.
Hi po, good afternoon.
Stand corrected.
Just want to ask a question regarding lang sa rin sa nangyayari sa Senate. Since some senators are saying na possible na i-dismiss nila ng mas maaga yung impeachment, binabantaan nila ng ganon. If ever ba mangyari yun, is there a parang legal remedies ba tayo na gagawin?
I am not aware of any senator who has commented already that they are intending to dismiss the articles of impeachment. As a matter of fact, they convened forthwith. So we are very much positive and we look forward that soon, upon receipt of all the responsive pleadings, we will be appearing before the impeachment court for the purpose of pre-trial and trial.